There you go. Yeah.
These are my notes. First of all, good afternoon. Thank y'all for being here. I have a couple of questions to ask you as we get started. How many of you have a cell phone? Pretty much everybody. And how many of you send texts? Yeah. That's one of the big things that people do nowadays to contact each other is using text messages on your phones. In June of 2011, there were 196 billion texts sent for the month. And that's a lot. How many of you drive a car? Pretty much everybody at least drives a car or have driven one here. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration statistics in 2011 said that 3,331 people died in crashes and 387,000 were injured, with those involving a distracted driver. In 2010, 18% of all crashes involved a distracted driver. One distraction for drivers today is texting and driving, and that's what I want to talk with you about today. In that same study in 2010, since then, texting and driving has not decreased in the amount of people that are texting and driving. And actually some statistics show that it's actually increasing. My desire by the end of this presentation is that you will sign a pledge with me to either stop texting and driving if you're doing it now, or to never start. And the things that I would like to go over with you and help you to decide that are how texting and driving impairs your vision, how it ties up your hands when you're driving the car, and how it robs your brain. The first thing that I would like to talk to you about in deciding not to text and drive is how important your eyes are when driving a car. What are your eyes doing while you're driving a car? Stoplights, when you're at a stoplight, you're able to see whether the light is turning from, say, red to green, telling you when to go, or from green to red, telling you when to stop. They also help you to watching school zones for children crossing the road. Also with stop signs on the school buses. Help you to see when they come out to know when the bus is going to stop. And road signs helps you to see the road signs for curves and things like that. Now what are your eyes doing while you're texting and driving? Right now I'd like you to take out your phone, and hopefully they're all on. Everybody got their phones out, and I have something I want you to text for me. And it's this right here. Can everybody see it? And it says, I will not text while driving. So everybody do that for me. Did everybody get that? Well, while you were doing that, this is what happened. Well, this is what could have happened. It takes 4.6 seconds on average to send or receive a text. And to get that in perspective, that is like driving 55 miles an hour and going a whole complete entire football field while you're blind. Now that length of time allows for mistakes like I just showed you to happen. It also allows for other mistakes like running red lights, maybe running to the path of the train, school zones with children crossing the road, a child getting on or off the bus, or missing road signs, or say for curves and such. Now what are the results of taking your eyes off the road, or possible results? You're texting your son or daughter that you're late for a soccer match and you hit another car running a red light. You text your boss saying that you're late for work and you run to the path of the train. You text your spouse that you forgot your suitcase and you speed through a school zone with children crossing the road. Or you miss a sharp curve sign and run off a cliff. And that's some things I want to think about. I want you to think about the vision includes. The next point I'd like to make, in considering not to text and drive, is the function of your hands on the steering wheel. Your hands on the steering wheel help you to steer your car in the direction you want to go. Help you to steer when you're exiting, say on the interstate, onto an off-ramp. They also help you to turn on blinkers. They help you to turn on your windshield wipers and your lights. Say if you need them for rain when it's raining, your windshield wipers when they're raining. Now, what are your hands doing while texting and driving? One of your hands is holding the phone, and your other hand is loosely on the wheel, pushing buttons. What are the possible results of texting and driving? Say you get a text from Dad. Where you are, you respond and you cut a motorcycle off because you couldn't reach the blinker to take an exit. It's raining real hard, and you text your spouse to want to know what's for supper. You can't reach your wipers, and you can't see a pedestrian crossing the road. Or you text your mom when it gets dark and you can't reach the lights. My final point I would like to talk to you about is the role of your brain while you're driving. Your brain is very important. It sends signals to the rest of your body to let it know what to do. Such as watching red lights, signs, obstacles in the way, signal, you're thinking you got to turn, so you want to signal with your hands. And also your feet with the gas pedal, the brakes, the clutch, and decisions on road signs that you read. Your brain helps to do that. Such as also red lights, traffic arrows, other drivers, pedestrians. Now what is your brain doing when texting and driving? Well, statistics from distraction.gov show that while using your cell phone, it reduces your brain activity by 37%. And that leads to decreased awareness while you're driving that you really need. Your eyes can wander off the road. Your thought process is disturbed. You switch focus from driving on other things. And you have a longer reaction time from things that happen around you. And they definitely impact your driver's performance. In conclusion today, I want you to know that it is very important not to respond to texts while you're driving. Is finding out what's for supper, forgetting your briefcase, or running late worth the price of your life, someone in your family's life, an innocent driver, pedestrian, child, or unborn baby? I want you to make a better decision. Take an extra minute or two and pull off the road if you really need to text back. I want to encourage you to take the pledge with me today that I will pass out after this speech. Make sure your name's on it. And even if you have a friend that you know that may be texting and driving, encourage them also to not text and drive. Let them know that it's not cool, and have them to sign a pledge too. There are many places on the internet and different areas that are having pledges of this nature as well. It might save your life. So I want you to show you care by being aware. God bless.